Hey everybody, Ravenflower here. This is a tag. I was not personally tagged in it, but I'm tagging myself in it because Lunar Ascension is doing this pretty awesome tag called Random Confessions, hashtag Random Confessions, and I thought that was pretty groovy. He's a new channel. I'm going to put his link in the down bar there so that way you guys can go check him out. Pretty awesome. Very down to earth, very real, very cool. I like them. And I really wanted to respond by doing this tag. Also, I'm going to put a link, maybe not necessarily to his channel, but to the video that he did where he's talking about the hashtag Random Confessions. So that way you can see what he had to say, and maybe you guys can feel inspired to do the same and do a video. I also wanted to respond to him in regards, he had also said something about community and not understanding. I'm probably getting this wrong, so please forgive me, Aiden, if I got this wrong. About community and what it means to be a community and all that jazz. And I wanted to quickly just respond to you about that, and then I'll get into my things. And it's basically, this is supposed to be a social experiment, he said, so the social experiment continues. But Aiden, I just wanted to say that the witchy community is what I think we make it. There are a lot of people and a lot of channels out there that are bringing a lot of drama, bringing a lot of strife, anger, shade, all that other stuff. As long as they're petty, sad, broken people in the world, then that's what you're going to get from those people. I strongly suggest to you that you start building your tribe with those that give you strength and give you hope and give you love and feed you in a way that uplifts you instead of brings you down. For me, this witchy community has been pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie, I have come across some people that I was close to at first and then now no longer because they and I just didn't get along. We got along at first and then not much later because we just weren't a good fit. And sometimes they were batshit crazy, or maybe I was intolerant at that time frame and I just couldn't afford the energy any longer to continue on with certain relationships. So that's what it is. So community, witchy community, this community, online witchy community, YouTube community, whatever you want to call it, is literally what you make it. So I'm going to go in now to my things here. So he had started off saying, these are confessions that you wish people knew about you, but people should know about you. And again, the Katie, she comes. She comes. She's like, what are you doing? Are we videoing? Okay, I'm all about it. This is probably not a shock to you, but I am a very emotional person. I know I come off very bubbly most of the time when the camera is on. That is the old theater kid in me. The old theater kid in me that is just like, ooh, showtime, and I just sort of like live for it. I love it. So, but I am very emotional. That could be high, that could be low. Maybe I'm manic. I don't know what it is, but I am an emotional gal. And when, I am a big crybaby at movies and TV shows. I totally feel you there, Aiden. Totally feel you there. Big crybaby. So I can just read a Facebook post sometimes and just start bawling. I got a text today from Miss Renee, and she had me bawling, because it was beautiful. And when we feel, maybe this is an empath thing, I feel things on just a deeper level than other people. And so some people just are intimidated by me because I can come off pretty intense. I don't mean to, it just is who I am. It's how I'm wired. And it's like, if I'm happy, I'm happy and I'm exuding happiness. If I'm angry, and you should probably talk to my kids about this and other people that have pissed me off, I somehow like push it out. Like everybody feels how mad I am. Like, I will like shut down a room. People stop talking. People like run for the corners. And that's probably because I'm that much Puerto Rican, and my husband says I'm only Puerto Rican when I'm angry. So there's that. So, because I am an empath, I sometimes deal with empath drainage, or, that type of thing. I need to fill myself up. And sometimes that's cocooning myself. Sometimes that's shutting off all social media and watching Netflix in my jammies. Like today, I have no makeup on. Talk about confessions, random confessions. No makeup. Hair has not been done. I just threw it back. I am still in my pajamas, and I refuse to get dressed today because that's what it is. Today, I am owning my day. Today is my day off, and I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. And so I'm making candles. I'm watching TV shows. I'm going to have a little glass of wine. I'm going to eat some Girl Scout cookies because you know what? I want to, and that's what I'm going to do. And no apologies given at all. No fucks given either. So, maybe in the realm of this, I'll jump to this one here. In regards to friendships, I've always been the person that has given more in the friendship, and it drives me crazy. So my love language is to give time, spend time, be very present with a person. I give gifts. I like to give gifts or make things for people or buy things for people. That is my love language. I love to give to people. It just makes me so happy to see how they react. When it's not reciprocated, and I'm not saying that gifts have to be reciprocated, but when time is not reciprocated, when I'm the only person reaching out to a friend, to a family member, when I'm the only one that's making the effort, when I'm the only one making the effort, I will only do that for so long before I just let you go, because you are not giving me what I need in the relationship, which is time and attention. And if I have to hunt you down for a response for a text message, or just, I guess, basic common decency of trying to respond to somebody or check in with somebody. And I'm not saying that you got to do this on the daily, but I have some friends out there that I never hear from, and then they wonder why I'm maybe a little more abrupt with them than I would have before. Well, the truth of the matter is, you've treated me sort of like shit. In my viewpoint, you have not given me time, attention. You've just sort of like put me on the back burner. Apparently, I'm not important to you. So nobody checks in with me. Nobody does that. And if that's the case, then you're not really a friend. You're actually an acquaintance. And I'll treat you as such. That's just how that is. And then maybe that's my double Scorpio going, wah-bah! That's how I feel about that. Now, I do also feel, I'm a mom. I feel things on a deeper level. Things could be shady for a while with friendships or whatnot, and I feel this sort of responsibility to put things back together, fix them, and make it so that everybody is and peaceful and happy again. But in my doing so, that's also, I think, and I laugh, it's not funny. It's because I grew up as a foster kid. I was abandoned and bounced around to several different homes. And so I feel the need to put things back together so that things can be whole for me. And maybe that's selfish of me that I do that. Maybe it is. It's not my job, and I know this. It's not my job to fix somebody else or a situation. I know that. But if I had a play, if I said something wrong, if I did something wrong, then I feel I have the responsibility to fix that and put it right. That is my responsibility, and part of my path my choice, my relationship with the universe and spirit in order to make it right, so that I know my conscience is clean and I did everything that I could. And there you have it. I will say though, sometimes people see me as a softie and they will push me to do these things. And they don't respect my boundaries as to why maybe I need more time to think about something before I move into a forgiveness stage. It's not easy for me. And I get disappointed with some of my friends or family members that just assume that I should be the one forgiving all the time. It's just too much. And I'm like, well, what about my boundaries? What about my thoughts? What am I about my feelings? Why aren't my feelings just as important as theirs? Why do I always have to be the person to eat the crow? Why am I the one that always has to apologize? You know, I feel that with relationships, it really is 50-50. It goes both ways. And I feel that everybody has a responsibility in the relationship, and I shouldn't be the one that's taking all of that responsibility. So that is something that really, really, really bothers me. Anywho, moving on. Something that people, some of you guys I think know this, but not all of you know this, but I identify as a bisexual. I have had at least 3 relationships with women, and those didn't work out. Some of them were really amazing and awesome. And I am obviously with a man. I've been with several men, not a slut or anything. Well, maybe I was. Whatever. Random confessions. I was a slut, okay? Anyhow, no slut shaming. People going to get what they're going to get, all right? So, yeah, I'm a bisexual. I identify as a bisexual. I have a kid that is also a bisexual, non-binary. I guess pansexual is what they are. And I am very much for gay rights and support that entire community because I'm part of that. A lot of people see me as, or at least they used to see me as, you know, the mom that ran around the kids and did everything that had to happen for that. And because I'm married to Bear, that, you know, I don't have this other side of me. And it's not that I need to be seen as a bisexual, you know, in order for me to feel complete. But I also don't want to be assumed that I'm just straight, because I'm not. So that's something. So people may not understand that or realize that, but there you have it. I don't advertise it because I also come from that time in history where it's like, don't ask, don't tell. Not saying that was good. I'm not saying that was good. I'm just saying that that is something that's generally private between the person that you're sleeping with and yourself. So it wasn't something that I felt that I need to like shout from the rooftops. But that's something that you guys might want to know or could know or all that other stuff. So let's see, what else? Something about me. Art, creating, taking in art, whether that could be film, that could be galleries and seeing other people's artwork, making my products, doing my own artwork myself, celebrating theater, all those things. It just like feeds me. It gives me life. And when I am too much in my head at work trying to do all the little things that I need to do in order for work to happen, I kind of get lost. I sort of get lost and I'll like drain down real quick and sort of get in a rut and get mad at myself and everybody else and very, very grouchy. And until I get that, you know, artistic flow back, until I start taking that in, do I ever feel better? So that's something. Let's see. Something else. I think this is the last thing that I'm gonna, and I'll just leave it here, is like, I can tell when you're lying. I can absolutely tell when you're lying. I have had people here in my community that I live in, that do this thing where they're just like, I'm great. I'm fine. Oh my gosh, I'm having the greatest day. And I know it's fake it till you make it situation, but that's crap. That's crap. And I've done that to myself in customer service. I've done that in the hospitality industry. You don't ever want anybody to see you sweat, and you don't want anybody to think that you're having a bad day. And you don't ever want anybody, because you feel like if you give in to that, then you're going to be stuck in a rut. But what I have found for me is that if I'm not real and I'm not straightforward, I'm like, somebody says, how are you doing today? I'm going to say, you know what? Not so great. Not so great. I'm a little stressed out. Didn't sleep so well last night. You know what? Don't ever ask me how I'm doing and expect me to say, fine. I'm fine. I'm never going to do that to you. I will never do that to you because I I am just like bleh. I am out there. I just tell it like it is. And I feel that those people, maybe that works for them. And I don't want to get down on them for that. But it's like, to me, I know that they're hurting. I can see it. I can feel it off of them. I can feel it off of them. And when they're just like, I'm fine. I'm great. Everything's wonderful. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you Mary Kaying me right now? Which is what I used to do. I used to be a Mary Kay consultant. And my kids will tell you, oh, there's the Mary Kay voice. She's doing it. And it's a part of sales. It's a part of marketing. It's a part of all that stuff. And I get it. But when you deny yourself the basics and your feelings and you keep locking them away and you keep putting stuff on top of it and on top of it, eventually you're going to have a breakdown, my friend, and you might want to readjust that thing. You can say, hey, well, I hurt my back or whatever, but I'm working through it. It's going to be great. Why not look to the future and say it's going to be great then, but be honest with yourself and others that, it's maybe not great now, and that's okay. It's okay not to be 100% okay all the time. I was watching something on Netflix, and I know that this might be controversial. So what? Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has a documentary on Netflix, and he said something in regards to the gay community. And apparently 10, 12 years ago, he had said some nasty things about, he didn't want his son to be gay and all this other stuff because he was a bit of a homophobe at that time frame. He had apologized for that. And 10 years has gone by, if not more, where he doesn't do those types of things because he now has a better understanding and a totally different viewpoint from where he was back when he was younger. And he had said something that really, really hit me like a ton of bricks. He's like, I've already apologized for it. It was 10 years ago. I've never done anything like that, and I would not do anything like that because I understand now when I didn't when I was a kid. He says, we live in a society that demands perfection. He says, and it's impossible. It's impossible. Perfection is impossible. But yet we hold everybody accountable in this way that we demand perfection, which is absolutely impossible. Why are we all living with this state of anxiety that we are all in? Why are we doing these things to ourselves and all this judging and anxiety levels through the roof and stuff? Is it because we are living in a world where we're trying always to be perfect? Always put your best foot forward. Always always want to wear your best dress or whatever. There's nothing wrong with looking amazing and feeling amazing. But if you're doing it just so that you can be viewed as a certain way, then maybe your priorities are way off. So I just wanted to bring that to you. So, man, random confessions, that's a thing. I really invite you to head on over to Aiden's channel. His channel's called Lunar Ascension. You're gonna love it. It's a fairly new channel. I just applaud Aiden for coming out and doing this because I think that the realness is something that we definitely need. And we are in the middle of retrograde, people. We are in the middle of retrograde. So this is when we kind of get real comfortable with our feelings and what's going on and how to maybe solve some issues, slow some things down, go a little slower and really feel out what's happening. I don't invite you to get into any type of conflicts with relationships right now, though, but it's really good to do this self-work. And I think that that's what he's done here. He's done some self-work and he's inviting everybody else to do so. So with that being said, I know I wasn't officially tagged, but I'm going to officially tag some people right now. Think I won't. Now I know Noah has already done this. I applaud you. But I know that Tequila's out there, Miss Lady Grave Dancer, and I know that you're thinking of coming back to YouTube or you're going to do videos on your Facebook. So I invite you to do this. Trina, Sunshine Morning Ray, I'm telling you right now, I know you're out there and I know that you want to maybe do a video. I'm thinking this might be a good one for you. Snow Orchid, Crescent Moon. Who else? Oh, some of my Aussie witchy friends, maybe that could happen. Maybe my Scottish witchy friends. How you UKers out there? Let's get nitty gritty and let's do this. So his channel or the video is down in the description bar. I hope that you still feel the same about me now that you know some random confessions. But many blessings to you guys. I'm going to get back to candle making now because I have a big show coming up on March 7th. So I'm working my tuchus off in my pajamas. And no, I'm not putting on real clothes today. It's not going to happen. It's not. All right, many blessings. Love you. Bye.